learned from their mistakes, right? So they know how they were doing in the beginning of the game, able to catch her off guard. But towards the end, she had her full front with her, right? So she was able to kind of counteract that. They were able to protect her more often than not because they had more control of that map. And I think that it was kind of what kind of helped them later on there. So we go ahead and ban that Zushin because they already know she was a beast. And of course the Freya ban.
Yeah, and always reminding you to the people who are watching us and who is not used to get familiarized with the global ban. These gray choices here means the heroes that the team is not allowed to pick anymore in this best of 5, you know, so they are here. So Titan Esports are not allowed to pick 1-1 anymore, CC anymore, and Infinity is not allowed to repeat the Zunshin, the Barrett, and it goes on, you know. So and now we're seeing the draft from the second game with the bans happening here. Parrot, Guinevere, and Zunshin for Infinity, while we have Marcel once again, Freya, and now let's see the third ban, and I believe it's gonna be Baxia. Not to let Infinity here play with this jungler in the first pick can be a very good choice.
Oh, then you're gonna have open. I believe you're still gonna have the Sora open. Valentina will be out there as well. For one side, so we're gonna go ahead and leave that Baxia open, and I believe that's gonna be scooped up very quickly by Infinity if they. I mean, we've seen some pretty dominant Baxia games here today as well for both of these teams. And then answered back as well. So seeing where both of these teams, I think they're kind of. I don't think they were expecting the Harith ban, so they're kind of like, wait, or the Harley ban, so they're like, wait a minute. We go box here, right? So that's very interesting to see how it comes out.
Yes, they're trying to figure out what they want to choose here. I said they went ahead and banned out a gold laner, one of the higher ones themselves. So I was thinking they could have picked that up for themselves, but at the same time, I guess they wanted to go with something else more priority, like the Baxia here, and did not want to give that Harith to the Titan Esports.
Yeah. I thought that Infinity was about to cook Baxia just a little bit more because Titan Esports is not allowed to repeat Baxia in this best of 5. So I think that they could cook. No, let him cook this Baxia. But no, they didn't think. I think that they didn't think about it as the first pick here for Infinity. But now let's see the response for Titan Esports so far. As a private was saying, we have Valentina open, we have Sora open here. That could be a very interesting duo. There's Sora and Valentina for avoiding trouble, but not even close what I said here because he comes with Show and Zetian.
Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely would not have predicted the Zetian and Show as the next pick coming out from Titan Esports.
Okay.
I don't know. Usually, Cho's been kind of making his way back in here a bit. We saw him in the first series, I believe. I think if I mentioned it back then, it was like 40% win rate. People were just having trouble. I feel he's one of those, like a Fanny, that you have to be masterfully good at the show to make him even be like significant and have a significant impact on your match, much less being able to angle your way of the dragon kicks in a way that was really benefiting your team. This is going to be very interesting. I even hesitate to say that the first series we saw Cho in, Cho made the impact, like the game difference impact in that match. I feel like maybe, and I feel like that game just went so well that literally you could have had an Angela out there, and I think the team still would have won. That's just how dominant it was. But I want to say we'll see how well this choke can kind of come in. I do like it against some of these picks, especially because of how strong Bruno can be. And maybe if we can kind of get to that back line, isolate him down, we'll be able to shut him down indefinitely.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they ended up picking the carry when they already had chosen a Bruno, so they could have, you know, made the most of it and picked something else, you know, like that they need here, like a jungle or a good roamer or something. But okay, they went ahead and banned the SOU and the Lilia here, trying to make sure they take out some mages off the board. But they forgot that the Valentina is still open, I'm sure. I don't know if Infinity does not play Valentina or something, so
Yeah. I agree with you, Zina, with the carry situation here, but I think that Titan decided to guarantee carry here because because there might be the situation that Infinity could ban a carry, you know, in the 3 and 4 banning phase. So they decided to guarantee carry here because even though that could not work with the idea of the composition, but we are talking about carry. We're talking about a very strong late game. We're talking about true damage, melting down tanky. So I think that Titan could not let this chance pass here to guarantee this a very strong gold lane marksman here. But now heading to the picks phase once again, Alice goes for Titan Esports here, heading for the XP lane. And now let's see the two last choices for Infinity. Assuming there is still XP and mid lane lacking. Kagura! Oh, nice. And okay, now the XP lane, who's gonna be? Lapu, is it still open? No, they already used the Lapu. Teresa is banned. Who else? CC? Maybe? It'd be...
I'm not sure that we've seen enough CCs out here to kind of put her at that
priority. No. Famous.
So I guess the question at mid is what we can do against the Zushin to try to get a decent amount of that burst damage. Especially we're kind of looking at a big CC when it comes to Minotaur, big wide berth when it comes to that Minoan Fury. This is a very interesting draft for both of these teams because I'm kind of trying to figure out where some of these picks are going to shine. Cho, I mean, as soon as there's such a big berth on the Minoan Fury that I feel like Cho's gonna have trouble getting inside against the Bruno, against the Kagura, who can just use her umbrella to get away from them as well. Thamus will be very interesting too. They can go ahead and shut him down, get the way of the dragon kick onto him to stop him from doing auto attacks, to stop him from getting the regen that he needs to survive. So very interesting picks on both sides.
Yeah, very interesting here. Now the last choice for Leomord in jungle here for Hotun's hand. But now bringing the Leomord, it means that the sides here has to be as strong as they were working on. Alice on XP lane, carry in a gold lane here. So Fury has to take care about, like, with any try of Infinity trying to neutralize this carry in the early and mid game here to avoid her items, to avoid her damage, because they brought a lot of tankies here. They brought the Tamus, they brought Baxia, they brought Minotaur here. So it's a party for a carry. So they have to take care about it. But they also have mobility with Baxia, with the Kagura, also Bruno here, especially in the early game, that can impact very positively for Infinity. But this answer we are about to see right now, because, ladies and gentlemen, guys, folks, welcome to the Land of Dawn, to the second game here, Infinity versus Titan Esports. Let's go private.
Yeah, both of these teams, I want to say Titan Esports, looking to reply in kind from the loss they just took in that first game from the side of Infinity. And I'm trying to figure out the early game here. I mean, you've got a decent amount from ZZ, and when it comes to, I don't know about Lino. I feel like the early games can definitely going to be going over to Titan Esports. There are a lot of damage, a big scuffle there just for the Litho Wanderer. It's very important for both of these teams. It does get you a little bit of, I want to say a little bit of the speed boost for your team to be able to kind of to get back and forth on a map. Steffi just being a nuisance back and forth, getting those Jeet Kune Do kicks and raises in. Oh, Rusi does not decide to go in against him, as Steffi now looking to be a nuisance here at the bottom lane. ZZ sees it now. Oh, Steffi actually might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, Fanboy and Lionel right there to get some damage on. Steffi's going to be able to leap over that ledge to safety, down to 25%. But as we said, just being that nuisance that he needs to be.
Steffi laughs in the face of a danger here. Here is like walking through the jungle. Zaplats. Oh my goodness. Yeah, carry. Okay, there was Hotun's hand here, like help for trying to get this advantage on the top lane here, the gold lane. But even though we cannot underestimate carry with a very strong late game, but the true damage can come with very strong in the early game also. But now the first turtle here in the downside of the river. Both teams are fighting.
Yeah, Rusi actually comes in, activates that Cauterit Inferno, trying to lie into Hotun. It's going to allow ZZ the time he needs to be able to scoop up that first turtle. So great positioning there coming out from Rusi to be able to kind of be that one-man wrecking crew. ZZ actually in a little bit of trouble here, getting pounced on. Arctic on the side there as well, joined up by Rusi to help provide for that escape.
Yeah, Steffi here is just a little bit behind even from Fanboy here. He didn't get the level of number 4, but now he's going to get.
Ooh, he might be in trouble there. Lionel gonna scoop up that kill with that Yin Yang Overture. A great catch there coming out from Infinity. And oh, another big damage coming out. Rusi finds a kill onto Hotun. Arctic in trouble. Rusi dusting, putting off the dust from his shoulder as he scoops himself up a double.
My goodness, Rusi, take my energy once again with a very strong Thanos here. 2-0-0 so far. Once again, another very interesting early game for Infinity here so far. Now here comes a 2v2 in the top side here. Maybe because Kagura was heading up, but now Fanboy is roaming for the mid lane as Steffi is doing the same thing here. Oh, damn, like 3 minutes here, almost 4. Here comes the very interesting advantage for Infinity game.
Oh, well, the Yin Yang Overture coming in from Lionel is going to go in. Then you do have the Phantom Steed coming out. Steffi comes in, finds a pop-up on to ZZ, but both teams creating some distance, no worse for wear.
Yeah, let's see now, Lionel here with the Kagura, another strong million.
Oh! Rusi finds another kill unanswered at the bottom lane, bringing it to a 4-0 game. Steffi actually in a little bit of trouble here, taking a heap of damage. Is going to have to Jeet Kune Do his way back underneath the tower of Titan Esports.
Yeah, and that's the result here from Rusi's strong so far. He guarantees the kill, he guarantees the gold energy in the turret in the bottom lane, and the most important, guarantee the turtle, the second one for Infinity. Oh, he comes!
Yeah, you can see a nice little, ultimate coming out from Hotun with the Phantom Steed. Is it going to be enough? Lionel going to use that flicker to get himself out of harm's way. Fanboy taking a heap of damage, comes in with a pop-up onto 2 members. Hotun finishes him off as ZZ finds a kill of his own onto Arctic Fury. Not able to find the kill, in a stun underneath the tower issued onto Syndric as he's going to have to step back. A great play there by Infinity to protect their towers.
He used the flick to try to get the kill, but it wasn't enough. And Syndra didn't have the ultimate here. That could be very, good. But now, once again,
yeah, another Phantom Steed comes out with Arctic having the Throne of Ruin out, or the Doom Waltz trying to spray on that damage. Rusi's gonna have to create a little bit of distance now, not able to absorb all the health that he wants. Steffi in a good position, looking for the hit onto Zablach, who's gonna be trying to issue out soccer balls. Steffi takes some more damage. Fanboy on the side from the back. ZZ coming in underneath the tower. He just notices Arctic was right there. A good read coming out from Titan Esports as well. Looks like Infinity want to go ahead and get some damage onto these lane minions to cut up this lane.
Yeah, but now Infinity here is trying to work with a high tempo, doing the proxy, but I don't think that is going to be possible. But though, they still continue the pressure.
Yeah, they're going to go in. Flown of Ruin lands on the three members. We do have the Rage of the Phoenix coming on as well. Underneath the tower, Lionel able to find a kill onto Steffi. Fanboy on the backside. ZZ able to find a kill onto Fury. And down goes Arctic as well. 8-1 in favor of Infinity.
Fanboy, you are insane! What a beautiful knockout from Minotaur here, heading up 3 players of Titan Esports. Infinity goes forward, goes aggressive, goes far, and gets more advantage. Gets the tower in the top lane, gets 1 more turret, one kill for Titan Esports versus 8 for Infinity. The goal lead here heading for almost 5K, my friend Private. Everything is working well for Infinity Sports.
Yeah, Infinity are just a well-oiled machine here. Even underneath the tower, Minnow and Fury goes in. Fanboy knows he's got the tankiest chance of being able to go underneath that tower. Does it while the rest of Infinity go in with the cleanup to find the kill. Now we are finally starting to make our way through a lot of these towers. Still a mid tower that they're going to need to get for the side of Titan Esports to really cinch in this game. As we all know, that mid tower is so important to opening up the map for your team to make sure that the enemy has a shorter distance that they can run back to and be safe. Zablotch finds himself another tier 2 tower up at the top, while Fury finds a tower of their own. I believe that is going to be the second for the side of Titan Esports.
Yeah, Titan Esports here is doing the cross map to trying to turn the games even, but
yeah, you saw the way the dragon come out, but it came onto Fanboy, who's going to be able to use that Minoan Fury immediately under the team. Now the rest of Titan Esports on the run from this team. They don't, Infinity does not have the minions at mid to really make a stand at mid or try to take down that tower, and that is unfortunate for them. Still an 8-1 game, about a 5K gold lead for the side of Infinity.
Yeah, it was a very fast initiation here for both teams, but no one was taken down. And the tower number 1 in the mid lane is still standing for Titan Esports. But the fact is, 5 seconds for the first Lord. Fury guaranteeing a golden staff for carry. Another items for the Trinity, but Steffi! In the mid lane, he was able to survive using the umbrella from Lionel here. It's another interesting situation for both teams because the Lord is already on the pit.
Ooh, Holton goes in underneath the tower onto Lionel, trying to use that umbrella escape, is able to juke him out, and Hotun walks away empty-handed. Thought he had that kill synced in, and this is going to open it up a little bit for Infinity to start up and get positioning onto this turtle. You can see Rusi locking on to Steffi. He's going to look, it doesn't have that Cauterant Inferno activated just yet. Steffi on the back end, looking for an angle to get in there. Now, Rusi latches on to Arctic. Still waiting for an opportunity at the back end. You can see Steffi doing his best, trying to get in there. We do have the Rage of the Phoenix coming out. ZZ still able to pick up the Lord. Lionel finds a kill onto Steffi. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be another 2 kills for the side of Infinity and a Lord for their side as well.
The Lord goes for Infinity. Another kill goes for Infinity. The advantage goes for Infinity so far. Once again, the items has Gloss, Berserker Fury for Bruno. Wire Carry here has the Golden Staff, Corrosion Sight. Both marksmen here are heading for the Trinity core items. But even though Infinity has so large advantage so far, now they're heading for the tower number 1 in the mid lane. The focus continue, the pressures continue. Infinity goes forward, goes aggressive. The horizon is not the limit.
Yeah, right now, Rusi now looking for a way he can kind of get into. I feel like these fights don't exactly fit. Ooh, Arctic actually came in with a Doom Waltz. Still continually trying to get that life drain up. Now, a big focus coming up onto the top and bottom lanes. It looks like Titan Esports is, they are split up. Out comes the Phantom Steed. Is that going to be enough? They immediately burn burst down the Lord. Only the high grounds left for the side of Titan Esports. In come the minions, and a big Minoan Fury lands onto 3 members of the side of Titan Esports. Now taking some damage underneath the tower. Minions from the side as well. And it does look like Infinity going to have to turn away.
Yeah, now here Rusi is forced to head back because his life was so low. Now he's regenerating here while farming the jungle. Now forcing the Infinity heads back. They don't want to take any risks because they know that Titan Esports is a very strong team. The Trinity here for carry. Malefic Gun for Bruno to get a high range. Stefan, you have to take care. You are a show. Okay, you have mobility. Okay, you have dash. Okay. But you are not a god. You are not immortal. And now, at this point of the game, with Leo now here, with Kagura so strong, they can burst almost everyone in Titan Esports composition.
I want to say, looking at the stats, it looked like Rusi's about 3K ahead of Arctic right now, which is just crazy, especially on a Thamus. I feel like Thamus is almost doing a little bit of a better job trying to get into the line, activating that Cauterin Inferno. Ooh, Steffi getting chased down now. Does get caught a little bit there from Azizi, who decides not to press the advantage. Doesn't really want that fight just yet. Oh, 4 members here. Hotun takes an umbrella to the face for his efforts. They're going to go ahead and clear out that mid lane.
Yeah, but now 5 seconds remaining for the next Lord. It is a big wave on the bottom lane that Zablak is going to farm. Oh, it's a beautiful farm here for Zablak. So many minions in the bottom lane here. He can buy another items, but now both teams are dancing around this Lord. Here comes the Phantom's team once again. Hotun trying to find something. Let's go.
Yeah, Rusi gonna come in the middle of this phrase and latch on to Hotun, who takes a heap of damage, and Rusi able to find the kill. We do have the Throne of Rune coming out, but Zablach able to find the kill onto Arctic. The rest of Titan Esports on the run as Infinity immediately turn their attention to the Lord. Steffi, not one to go down without a fight, wants to be as annoying as possible. Now, the damage coming onto this Lord, and that's gonna be a clean pickup for ZZ.
It was like seeing the devil in your face, looking at this Tamos here from Rusi. Did you see the damage that he caused over Hotun? It was unbelievable so far for Infinity. 11 kills versus only 1 for Titan Esports. Radiant armor, ice dominance for Alice here, but it doesn't care too much. It doesn't even matter too much because the advantage for Infinity, it's so big, it is so large so far that they just go through it. They just play forward. They just go ahead.
Yeah, we're at about a 10K gold lead for Infinity. Phantom Steed comes out again for Titan Esports, trying to protect the top high ground tower. That's down now as well. Arctic with the Doom Wall, so now looking for the damage. Comes in on the back line, but ZZ finds an immediate kill back there. Lord now swinging away at the core. Titan Esports doing the best they can to protect it. Auto attacks going off, and that is going to be game 2 for the side of Infinity.
Game 2 here goes for Infinity. What a massacre. What a stop here for Infinity over Titan Esports, Zina.
Yes, what a massacre that was. Infinity goes into the 5-minute mark with 5 kills, and they just kept going with that, keeping strong, showing their supremacy over the whole map 9-1 by the 12-minute mark later on, right? And so they just kept on going. They were able to punish them and show them who was boss in that round for sure.
Yeah, I mean, a great game there, having the combination of the Boxia, having the combination of the Thamus in there, absolutely making use of, you'd almost want to know like what made Alice so fearsome with how that game was played, because they absolutely were able to shut the Alice pick down to the point that even when they had their backs against the wall for the side of Titan Esports, they weren't able to stop any of these pushes. A great setting potential coming from the Minoan Fury underneath the towers to back up the enemy team away from that. So just a great job overall by all of the players of Infinity.
So it comes a situation now for Titan Esports, Xena and Private. That is comes a little, just a little bit complicated now. I have to be like, okay, just a little bit, not to say that it's a very huge complicated, because it is already 2-0 for Infinity, and now we're attacking the stats here. 13 kills versus only 1 in Hotun's hands for Infinity Esports. 2-0. Lionel here with Kagura, another astonishing performance. But what can we say about Rusi and this Thamos? Another like XP Lenny here with a very solid performance, especially in the early game. That the Thamos guarantee a double kill, guarantee pressure. He took the tower in the bottom lane so fast, and now he was able to roaming to help the rest of the teams. And we can talk about Fanboy with Minotaur using the ultimate to knocking up 3 players all the time here versus Titan Esports. Once again, Infinity, the synergy, the execution of the composition. Here, we are seeing now the double kill for Rusi in the minute number 3. That could guarantee a farming items for him so far to roaming and help the situation. Now I see Fury using the flick, trying to kill over Zaplax, but it wasn't enough, and Syndra didn't have the ultimate here to trying to take down. But Infinity working sometimes in a high tempo here to take advantage of these situations, especially when Titan was trying to respawn in the other side of the map with the cross map here, taking down the turrets. But even though Infinity didn't hesitate for a moment to take the actions to dominate the pace, to dominate here the intentions, the actions, not only for team fights but also for objectives. 3 turtles. I don't remember a Lord heading for Titan Esports in this second game, so it was a full dominance for Infinity since the first minute here so far. Guaranteed 2-0 for Infinity Esports.
Yeah, I feel like on one side, you're already kind of up against the grain when you're facing a Boxia as an Alice, because Boxia's whole kit basically is a one big anti-heal. But you mix that in with a Thamos pickup too, who's got just an amazing 1v1 potential. It's going to be a ruined game for you.
And here we go. This player didn't wait for opportunities. They created them. Your MVP is Rusi. Artemis with 404 KDA, 44.3k total damage, and 717 gold per minute. What a force he was during that match.
Yeah, I don't remember any Thamos phrase right now, but what I can imagine is like, I am strong, or something like that, because I thought we were talking about Thamos, right? So once again, Rusi here showing in a high performance with XP laners heroes, you know. So now with Thamos, not only because of the kills, not only because of the damage that he was causing, we saw a team fight in the mid lane that he deleted Hotun, he finished Hotun with a very high damage, but also to help the team with this macro game, because in the early game, he was able to take the tower down in the bottom lane, and after that, he was roaming, he was trying to help the team every time, especially to guarantee the objectives. So that's why Rusi worked so well, he played so well in this second game here so far to help Infinity guarantee the second victory.